let's talk about security in the GitHub. Now, in this tutorial, we'll be talking about how to maintain a secure repository and by using a GitHub best practices. So now, just give me a minute. All right. Now, you know that security is one of the fundamental part where this is very important in terms of NDS software development lifecycle, which focuses is often dedicated towards writing a secure code and locking down the infrastructure. So it's also important to protect these processes that occur during every stage of the software development cycle. Suppose you are managing an GitHub repository and you want to enforce the highest level of security but also want to offer a welcoming experience for contributor. So unfortunately, being secure often introduces friction that obstruct everyone's in the productivity, because there will be like a lot of restrictions on accessing these things. And to mitigate this thing, GitHub offers various structure of automated features that allows you to efficiently administrator this particular thing. So for example, when you go into any of the repository, let me navigate you into one of my repository over here. All right. Now you go into this repository or any of the repository, you can even explore yours. Now go to the settings. In the settings, you will be able to see code and security analysis. Now you enable this one, you enable the Dependabot, and you enable the security update. You enable this one, you update this one, you can even set up code QL analysis, and you can even add a protection rule. So this will give you and access to alerts, right? So when you do this, you will be able to see a security tab over here, which will be helping you to code scanning, secret scanning, whether that been used or not, and you can do a policy thing. This is not only if it is required, you can set it up, but Dependabot is really helpful in terms of helping you to understand which is there any package which you're using is out of date and support is not allowed. So you can see there are some critical issues which have been happened over here. So what you need to do is, like, sometimes you can do an automation on this, but I have not done the automation yet. But you can, what you can do is, like, once it reports security options like this, you can go here, create an Dependabot security update. So what it will do is, like, it will update the security from updated version 2.1.11.1, and it will automatically update to TensorFlow 2.1.12.1 in your code base. So that's how it happens. So right now what happened is, like, it's changing my code base and creating a pull request which will automatically merge. Again, you can automate this entire process on these things. All right. So this security policies allows you to specify how to report security vulnerability as well. So you can decide, create a security.md files in your GitHub, or you can copy it from the default security MD file. For example, you can refer this one and add into your repository, and that's how you able to maintain this. Now Dependabot alert, which you can see it over here, what it does is, like, it will notify GitHub that whether it detects your repository using a vulnerable dependency or malware. So this will help you to stay updated and allow to protect your particular code base. Now code scanning, that helps you to find, triage, and fix vulnerabilities and errors in your code. And you can well communicate with your team using this particular security.md readme file. And there is another addition which is called gitignore file. So this will allow you to hide sensitive files out of your repository from the common people. And this is where you can see that, and you can also assign particular people or make some rules for workflow rules, which can eventually add much more sensitivity layer to your branch protection rules. Now you can use the workflow that protect the branch too. For example, run a build to verify the code changes, and run a linter to check the typos and confrontation, run automated tests to check if any behavior changes in your code. Now this is like a bit more advanced stage of the GitHub, so I'll be covering this in the later. Now there is something called add a code owners file into your repository. So if you search, okay, so it has already been updated. Review the security update. So it created a pull request over here. Now confirm the merge. Now it will merge. So that dependent issue is already solved. Now there is something called code owners file GitHub. So here is an entire list about how the code owners thing is working. It's basically like by adding the code owners file to your repository, you can assign individual team members or entire team as a code owners to the particular path in your repository. So these code owners are then required for pull request reviews or any changes in the file paths when they are configured. So any pull request being done, so these code owners is required to merge it. Without the approval of these code owners, you can't merge this particular thing. So that's the one way that you promise a security inside the GitHub. Now another thing is like automated security. It will find update and any dependent vulnerability, which is exactly what we have did over here. Go to the security, go to the dependent board, you will be able to see any security dependency over here. Then it also allows you multiple features like code scanning. You can go and set it up and work around it. All right. So that's the basic idea about how the security repository is working. Now let's have a knowledge check on this particular thing, what you have learned. So I have covered about how the security code owners file is working. I have also covered about how Dependabot is working. Now let's pause the video for a minute and try to answer this. So what's the best way to make sure that you are integrating the most secure version of your project dependency? So first thing, enable the Dependabot for your repository. Now suppose one of your source project relies on your secret kept in the secrets. Now you don't want to make the secrets available to public. So if any person has these secrets, they can access your entire data. So what you do is like you add that in the gitignore file, so it is not publicly available. So what does the secret scanning do? So it looks for any secrets or credential committed within the repository. All right. Now we will cover this authentication option in the next video. So we have covered in this like how the GitHub security is working, and we spoke about GitHub Dependabot and everything. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.